What's good, YouTube? What's good, people? What's going on? How is everybody doing? I guess you guys are having a wonderful trading week, and I guess that you guys did the most and stayed out the lane and avoided doing BS. It's your boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. Today's video going to be a signal video. Or rather, what I say, I'll be sharing an insight today because you guys know it that for every first Friday of the month, this month is November. For every first Friday of the month, we're having NFP, non-farm payroll. I don't want to explain so much with the background and the history of NFP, but all I just want to do is to share what might be possibly happening today. Before we get any further, but before we start with the video, never mind the noises and the sounds that you guys might be hearing apart from me. People are around. They can't stop me from putting in the work, and I can't stop them from enjoying their lives. But the other thing is, don't forget to like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, share the video, comment on the video, turn on the notification bell, click on the links on my description to sign up with the broker that I use or to watch my day in the life vlogs that are recently dropped. They fire, they're informative, and they're useful, and far most importantly, enjoyable. So I'll be sharing insights on two pairs alone. Pairs that are my favorite, two of my favorite pairs, which I believe that many traders trade, not only Southern Africa, but globally, right? So today we're starting off with the NAS, like I always start off with the NAS. So looking at the structure of the NAS from current price was in a sideways movement, right? Price was holding some type of sideways movement until we had this break, retest, and have this higher high, higher low direction. So when you now see price moving in higher highs and in higher lows, and looking at where we currently are or how price action is currently is, price action for today doesn't look exciting. But when I look at the history, because you can tell that we once had this resistance that once price created. When we look at this like this, you can simply tell that we had multiple touches on the zone until we had a big continuation to the downside. Now breaking above. Now, when we broke above our zone, this very same zone that we had, this very same zone was kind of violated, right? Price closed above. So obviously, this close from the daily and the 4 hour hasn't had a retest, and the hourly hasn't had a retest. So looking at how the NAS is from this push and exhaustion and continuation push to the upside, obviously we're looking for two things today: that are we going to get a pullback or an exhaustion phase and look to continue to the upside, or is price going to break above current highs and also look for continuation to the upside? Because we can be anticipate, we cannot only anticipate what might be possibly happening, we also need to lay out like facts and opinions into what might happen based on what we're looking at, because we don't trade what we think, we trade what we see, right? So obviously when I see that, okay, prices violated a certain zone, we broke above a certain zone, I'm either waiting for price to come back for a retest of this zone and look to continue to the upside, or for price to create this higher low formation and still look to continue to the upside, or for price to break our high and still look forward a further continuation to the upside, because there's nothing else that I can say. The NAS is just bullish, right? So obviously when price is bullish, you need to wait for what? For an exhaustion phase or for higher low or a pullback in order for you to continue moving to the upside. You don't have to buy high, or you don't have to buy when price is just impulsively pushing without a pullback, higher low formation, or the retest of certain zones that we violated. So my take for today on the NAS is just that simple. Are we gonna get a retest of the zone that we broke above, or are we gonna break above this highs, or are we gonna create a higher low or a pullback or an exhaustion phase and still look to continue to the upside? If it happens that price closes above this zone, below this very same zone, then I'll still wait for a retest below this very same zone, or for signs that price is failing to break above and still anticipate what? A continuation to the downside, because there's nothing else that I can also say. I don't want to head down to the 4 hour, the 15 minute. The hourly is just that important because it's an it's an intraday time frame, right? Everything that happens in 24 hours of the day, the hourly confirms to us that what's gonna happen, what might happen, or what is happening, right? So, like I said on the Nasdaq will just simply stay as it is. Are we gonna have an exhaustion phase, a higher low formation, or pullback, or a retest of this very same zone that we violated, and still look to continue moving to the upside? But if it happens that we break below our zone, then let's wait for signs as to what might happen next from price breaking below and see what are we going to do from there. So that's my take on the NAS. Price is bullish. We're looking for higher low, exhaustion phase, a retest or break up of highs, and still look to continue moving to the upside, right? The other pair is gold. So gold is also like price action on gold. I also don't focus it. So when you clearly see on gold what's currently happening, price is kind of like moving sideways, right? We've created highs, we've created lows. We tried breaking above highs, but we still break below our lows. So obviously, when I see something like this, I tend to get skeptical into what I might be looking at or what might be happening. But when we break down the charts, you can clearly see that price once had this highs, once had this from an uptrend direction. Price once had a higher high and a higher low. We were looking for a higher high, but price unfortunately failed breaking above the zone and moved to the downside, up, down, and unfortunately we had a breakout. So from breaking out, we looked for a retest right of the zones, looking to continue to the upside. But unfortunately, price did what? Price still broke below our zone, and now we're currently still trading below this very same zone. And the other thing is when you clearly look at gold, from the uptrend that we had, price is now possibly looking to create a possible reversal pattern, right? So we're kind of like possibly looking to create a reversal pattern, some type of head and shoulders. So when I now see this possible head and shoulders, I don't want to confirm it as of yet until I get signs into what I have to do. Because now when I break down gold, when I clearly break down gold submissively, I now see that, okay, price isn't looking promising or price isn't looking to continue to the upside. But at the same time, I'm only focusing on two things, right? Today, I'm looking on two things on gold. Are we going to break above this highs and look for continuation? Or are we going to get a fall to break and look for a possible reversal to the downside? Because we've created a high, we've created a zone that we've kind of like respecting, even though we still broke above that zone, we still came back below that zone and had multiple touches below the very same zone after we broke above, right? So when we're now trading below this very same zone, I'm looking for two things today. Are we going to break above, or are we going to fall to break? If we break above, we clearly continue to the upside based on NFP volume or the volatility. But if we fall to break, then I'll still anticipate what? A fall to break above and a trade below of previous highs, then prices possibly creating resistance. Then with the momentum and the volatility based on NFP, I still look forward for price to move to the downside, and that will be it. But if price does whatever that it does, then I guess I have to step away from gold. So without further ado, people, that's the other take on gold. I wouldn't be looking for anything until I get a confirmation, because I can see that price is kind of moving sideways. We've created highs, we're failing to break above those highs, and we're still trading below those highs. So obviously, when we're trading below those highs, we still look to continue to the downside. But if we break above highs, then we'll look to move to the upside. Do you guys get that? So this would be my take for NFP today, which will be dropping in 11, 12, 1, 2, in 4 hours from now. So do the right thing, like the video, like the video, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, comment on the video what pair you wanted me to analyze so I can do it with you for the coming NFPs. And far most importantly, click on the links in my description to sign up with the broker that I use, Quick Trade, and to check out my day in the life vlogs that I recently dropped. Now we're on episode 3, episode 4 on the way. I appreciate the love, appreciate the care, appreciate the support, I appreciate everything that you guys are still doing for me and showing to me. And I still want to see you guys win as much as you want to see me win. But without further ado, this is your boy Harlem. That's all I got on this video. I'm out.